keep trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's the truest about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with it. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to keep the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's the truest about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sister by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, do about tag on, I got it in the bag, man, I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Conquistadors and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Gone!
On 1st down, Archer. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Archer. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw is Archer. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be. To have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and their divisional round. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! 36!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Six on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here now the offense heading back out there. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right. So
they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Archer looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
No.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Yeah.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It was pretty bad, but that's irrelevant, man. I mean, you said you wasn't going to do something as you did it. So, I mean, it's all good.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It is what it is. Nothing, man. Nothing. It is what it is. Like I said, man, everything's good. You asked the question, I answered.
Looking to throw. Archer. And break. The tight end's got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get away 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
If you did what you said you wasn't going to do, then what was the purpose of calling me telling me you wasn't going to do it?
No, check. Patriots!
All right, man. I send you the recording of the conversation. I know what you told me, man. I'm not trying to argue with you about it because it's irrelevant. But I won't. I really wish you wouldn't.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
It doesn't. Okay, I understand it. You literally. All right.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
Milk can't be unspilled, so it's good.
Hurry up, here we go.
You don't have to apologize.
They go counter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Yeah.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call partner.
I don't really want to hear
glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
I'm done with the opposite sex, man. Women are stupid to me. I don't care. You got it. You want to do, that's fine. That's what we want to do. But I don't want to hear the rationale and all the other stuff and all the theatrics. But women have to have chaos going. Y'all chaotic beings. So
now they'll throw here.
That's why all the religions and women should
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
That's what I'm saying, man.
This offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I'm sorry.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw.
Of course.
And that is incomplete.
Right.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Man, and when you say that, but see, this is what I'm saying. When you say, what gives you the right to say that? How do you know? And then when I say something like that to you, then your feelings hurt.
Now it's
How
first and 10,
know?
a big mistake, especially when you factor
How
in the
does
personal
anybody
foul
decide to
yardage.
know? That's my point, man. People don't know.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Lane, but don't know what a lane is.
And he's going to
People
fight
say,
his way
I can't
forward
give
here
you
for a modest
advice on being
gain.
skinny because I ain't never been
DeMarcus
skinny.
Lawrence in on
So
the
I
tackle.
wouldn't presume. I wouldn't be that
Despite the
arrogant
blitz, they're still able
to
to
do
pick up
that.
a nice solid
But
game.
women
The disadvantage
seem
of
like
blitzing
they have to have
often
an
alters
opinion
the normal
about
spacing
everything.
and run fits.
Women
and
don't
leaves
know
creases
how
like
to
they were
not
able to
have an
exploit right
opinion.
there.
And when you say that, then you're sexist, or you're this, or you're that. All these weak ass reasons to keep people from checking
Here's a
them.
play fake as they set up to throw.
That's just, it's just
He's
not
going to
fair.
dump
And I
that
choose
off
not
to
to
his
do
running
it.
back,
So I'm just
Cohen.
good. I'm
And
good.
they'll bring him
Everything's
down at
great.
the 13-yard line.
I'm just tired.
Call it a gain
I'm
is
tired
7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So I'm gonna do what I gotta
We
do. Like I
always
said,
talk about
it's all
having
good.
to read defenses
I'm
and how
not
complicated that is.
Pissed.
Well, this was an excellent read.
I
Read
see
the
shit
pressure
for what it is,
and
man.
got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back's usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
But
Give
you're
him
not
3
now,
on
so that doesn't
first
matter.
down. It'll set up a 2nd
Okay,
and
yeah.
7.
Yeah, you did. And you and it feels like all single people try to bestow their choices upon people that aren't. That's what, whether you think you're doing it or not, that's what y'all doing. You don't, okay, that's just, that's fair.
This is Howard on 2nd
Fine.
down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the
yes.
offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole
Yes,
for him
man,
to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
What was that? Yeah.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Archer. Got him in. It's Breshad Perriman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Archer to throw on second down. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Archer operating from the gun, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Archer now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun! 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 Gun!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw is Archer. On 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Set. 319. 319.
Now Archer looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So that one will be accepted. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-7. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw. Archer. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Now. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Good move at the 30. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Archer to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Breshad Perriman off to the races. And touchdown. Breshad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side. It's Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
No. Check.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll drop to throw. eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Archer looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. Archer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Archer now to throw on 2nd down. And Blake has it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Archer. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is taken at the 15. Spinning away. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 48 yards. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back to throw is Archer. On third down. He's got Evans. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Mexico City, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah. Chill. Superstars out. Brand new car. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt that sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailing. Saw my teacher, I was the same. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Put that thing. Whip it. Then she give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys, who you trying to do it? Bring the don't want no. They pull up with that. It's times three. This how it go. Park $1 billion at the. We gon' eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and PJ. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, got a. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about her on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dust, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics, but that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a link with till they explode?
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash.
chasing goals, tax, rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Break with the stars out. Not aboard the house. Get deported out. Moved out for a shot. Marvin the Martian. I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Wasn't did it the faucets. Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, yeah. This ain't diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, yeah. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Tax. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flex. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spin and they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building.
What's up, Skillet? What's up with you? Nah, I kicked his ass. Nah, I'm about to look for that motherfucker unless something else going on. Oh, you beat Marcus? What's the score? You said 24-7 or 17? You know you don't answer the phone when you're in the game. That shit sacrilegious, man. What the fuck, man? If ain't neither one of y'all about to get it in, man, I'm about to hit Elk, Joe. Break that bitch. What quarter your game in, TJ? Okay. Man, I swear, if I get that game and that don't suck, man, I'm gonna cuss both of y'all out, man. Everybody's saying that. That's why I said if I get that joint and that don't suck, I'm gonna be pissed, you know, cause I don't got time for all that shit right now. Right. But with the not franchise, Jesus, with the multiplayer online joint hitting on. So it don't get monotonous and stupid like Grand Theft. Okay. Yeah. Can you be a good bad guy? There's gonna be a whole lot of that. Nigga, you ain't take that bear skin back yet? Nigga trying to get some video game pussy. He trying to get some video game pussy. Look at you. You Yeah, I heard. Nah, I ain't Cal. I ain't gonna sit up there and wanna go raid a motherfucking a Catholic church or someone seeing that shit. Nah, I'm good. I'm chill. Mm. We are in the Matrix, bro. Ain't no such thing as coincidence, champ. You in the fucking Matrix, bro.
I shouldn't.